And just like that, we are back with your February Purple Pants podcast, Premonitions. And of course, we can't do our premonitions without the amazing, the wonderful, the gangster, Gurry. Welcome back to the
Oh
podcast.
my God. It's so good to be here again. I can't believe I'm back for another month of the Purple Pants Premonitions. It's so grateful to see you. You looking nice, bright, giving that Valentine's Day energy, and you're nice
Oh,
pink, giving call my lawyer, okay?
oh.
Okay. I love that for you, bringing in the love.
Okay, bring it in the love, but if you try it, I got them on retainer, okay?
Oh, get into it. Listen, don't play with me. I'm gonna call my legal on that. Don't try it. Period.
Listen,
Point blank.
what they call it, keep talking, keep talking. You gonna get a decease and desist, or okay,
It's giving, do you know who my dad is?
okay. Yes. But I am so excited that, first of all, where did January go? I can't believe that we're already in February. And one of my favorite gems on the podcast is Gangsta Gurry with the Purple Pants Premonitions. And if you're listening on the podcast, make sure you head over to YouTube because listen, we're giving you visuals as well.
Okay.
It's the evolution, it's the growth, it's the setting goals, it's being intentional. But all right, I'm done. All right.
It's
Okay.
giving face, okay? It's
Yes.
giving body. It's
Oh.
giving titties, okay? She's giving in the gym. Get into it. No. But I'm so happy to be back with our February premonitions because I love doing these because I get the opportunity to see what's going to be coming up in the month. Like I do this, for y'all, but I also do it for me too. So I can get my mind, my spirit, my energy in order. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very excited to be giving you all your February reading just to see what we can expect energetically and then also figure out what type of advice is going to be helpful for us because we may or may not know that a lot of planets have started to go direct. We're not in Mercury retrograde no more. I don't think we in Mars retrograde anymore. I think Saturn just moved into Aquarius. It's a lot of shit going on. Okay, it's a lot of stuff that's happening in the ethers, but it's kind of like this forward moving energy, which means that things are about to start picking up. So, Brice, I have to ask you: do you feel like the last week or two has been very, very busy? Like all of a sudden, like busier than it was. Like it was giving busy, but now it's giving busyana.
It's giving busy yana 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 yana.
Okay.
And very grateful for it. But yeah, just definitely for me, it seems I don't know how to put it. Like, first of all, I got a lot going on. But it definitely seems different in the sense of busy, I'm prepared, I'm handling, but I also feel like I got decisions, like in the sense of
Mm-hmm.
like when do I let one thing go to it? But so yeah, very busy, I would say.
Understood. And I feel exactly what you mean. It's kind of like, okay, like I'm grateful for the abundance. I'm grateful for the free flow. But baby, I can't continue to do all of this because I am just one human being. Okay. And something gotta go. So, listen, it's giving pink slip season, pink hoodie, pink slip. So there may be a couple things that have to fall by the wayside, but you gotta let loose of some things in order to make room for more.
Mm.
So first thing that came to mind as I was like saying that is if you haven't cleaned out your closet yet, if you ain't got rid of them old clothes that you don't wear no more, maybe this is the season for you to go ahead and lean into that because I just had to give some things up for donation and I felt like it just opened up so much space in my house. So I feel like this could be really beneficial for you all as well. But let's go ahead and see what the energy is. If this is your first time here, I'm going to be using 3 cards from the Fifth Spirit Tarot deck in order to see what the advice is for us as we go throughout the month of February. So let's see, what 3 cards do we have to help us get through the month of February? Just 3 cards. So we got 1. Okay. And we got 2 and we got 3. I love when you very specific, you know what I'm saying? And the cards just fall out the way that you need for them
Mm.
to. Love that for me. So our first card that comes out is the 6 of Swords. So for those of you that are watching on the show, you can see there's some birds, it's a ship, it's on the ocean, okay? So this literally means travel. This literally means being on the go, being on the move, right? This is also a signal that if it's not just travel that's on your horizon, this is also meaning that you need to move into a new space.
Mm.
Elevation, it's time for you to raise up. Maybe some of y'all have been thinking about actually moving from one land to the other. A lot of times this means, because as you can see with the representation of the ship, this can mean going on a cruise. This can mean flying, across the pond. I know that you're supposed to be in Toronto very soon.
I mean,
Okay.
that is true.
So, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna be having you fly across the waters in order to go to Toronto, because I know that's up in the north side. But still, it's gonna be going across country borders. So I love that for you. Some of you all may be feeling the nudge to get some international travel under your belt as well. But whenever the Six of Swords comes up, it makes me also think about who are you communicating with that you do want to travel. So maybe this is time you get your girlfriends, get your homeboys, y'all can schedule a little trip for the summertime. Doesn't have to be tomorrow, but maybe it's the time for you to go ahead and start leaning into that a little bit more.
Yes, and I don't know who needs to hear this, as far as when it comes to travel. It's great to have travel people in that group text or this and that, but listen,
Mhm.
if they can't go,
They
get on
can't
the
go.
ship, okay?
Okay.
Cause that's how some people "Oh, I wanna go, I wanna go, I wanna go," and then when the time come, "Oh, I don't got the money," and then nope, go. Because one thing that I have discovered in my, like, very young years of life is that I don't think you really discover yourself until you travel by yourself. And I'm not talking like I'm talking about travel, whether it's international, going across the country, but really that time with yourself for me
Mhm.
is life changing. At times I feel like whenever I travel places, I'm always in this like, oh, we got to do this, or where you at? Like, I'm always kind of sort of catering to
Mhm.
someone else's itinerary instead of just like, what do I want to do? And so I highly recommend to travel by yourself at least once in your life, if
I
not once
also
a
love
year.
I love that you're talking about like what do I want to do energy, because that's literally what the next card is
Mm.
represented in the Queen of Wands. So as you can see, the Queen of Wands is given diva, divas. You remember back in the day, making the band where Jace used to run around divas back in the day. That's what
Yeah.
it's giving. So how are you being a diva? How are you being your most divine divalicious self as you're going throughout the month of February? Listen, it's time for you to show up and show out. Pure point blank, plain and simple, is talking about you taking action and knowing that whenever you show up as your most divine, fierce self, people love that. So why have you been playing small? It's time for you to think big. You know what I'm saying?
You
Think
think
big.
it's you think it's small.
You think
Think big.
Think big, okay? It's time for you to go ahead and start really actualizing
Mm.
your dreams. It says the Nine Lives Ballroom is what's on the card, and it's got a little pink cat, so it's giving meow, okay? It's giving if you feel a little purry, a little purr, a little fierce, okay? Get into it. So it's time for you to feel fierce. What does that mean for you? What are some actions that you can take throughout the month of February that help you to feel like your luscious, most divine self? We do know that February, is some people call it Valentine's Day, some people call it Single Awareness Day. It's literally just like Love Day. So how are you showing yourself the love? And you see that Miss Mamas, okay, is dressed in this beautiful red gown, beautiful gowns,
Beautiful
beautiful red
gowns.
gowns,
Yes,
okay?
beautiful gowns.
So put on something that makes you feel fierce and sexy as you're going throughout the month of February. And last that comes up is the Five of Wands, and this comes up in reverse. Now, this is saying don't get into nobody's arguments. It ain't no time to be arguing with nobody. Be like, listen, girl, I hear you. If you look at the card upright, you can see that it's got a little bee, a little beehive, okay? And it's like, we are not going to get into it with the bees, okay? We don't have time for the bees.
And we don't
So this
got
is
money for the tickets.
don't got money for it at all. Period, point blank, plain and simple. This normally comes up when there's some sort of conflict. So this is reminding us right now to not get into it with anybody because they don't deserve that energy. We don't have time to be arguing with nobody, okay? We don't have time to be trying to prove anything to anybody either because we know who we is. Along with this Queen of Wands energy, baby, you know that you are the star. So be the star. Period, point blank, plain and simple.
Yes.
So all of this is making me want to share with you if you are deciding to go on travel or just making sure that you're in community with folks that you feel connected to, allow yourself to not feel small. It's time for you to think big. Be the most divine version of yourself. Be your highest self, as they like to say. And as you are doing that, you'll start noticing that you're drawing positive energy to you because at the very bottom of the deck, the Ten of Cups comes out and the Ten of Cups is coming up in reverse here. And this is saying, like, maybe these people, these situations don't allow you to feel full. Maybe they don't fill your cup fully. So maybe this is time for you to let those
Mhm.
relationships sunset and go. Listen, it's listen to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way, I know that at all, but I think you're
Moving too fast.
okay. And maybe you're not moving too fast. Maybe you're just moving in community with people that's not moving on your timeline, and you was moving too slow. So get with it. Tell them get with it or get lost. That's my February reading for the month. Okay.
Yes. Well, listen. I don't know about y'all, but I always feel like are the cards speaking directly to me because each and every one of those cards was speaking to my life. I appreciate you so much, Gangsta Gurry, for always coming on and blessing our lives. Before we go, let the people know what you got over there cooking, where they can follow you at, what you got going on, where you cruising off to.
Okay, so I love that you asked. You can find me at Gary DeAndre on TikTok. I was about to say you can also find me because she got a website now, gangstagurry.com. Okay, so if you want to book your own reading, I got my readings open. I got my candle services open. You can get into all of the tea, honey. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at Gangstagurry, gangsta with an A because we don't do that ER Buster-ish. Over here, period, point blank, plain and simple. But listen, she's popping out. She ain't playing small no more. She was very giving, oh, like my gifts, like I don't know if. And it's like, no, baby, it's time. It's time to shine. It's 2023, honey. Let's get into it. So I'm trying to give y'all the ooh, ah, ah sensation. Okay.
Yes. Come on out the ooh, ah. Yes. Well, listen, we love it. We support it. So make sure you hit Gangsta Gurry up. And this has been your February Purple Pants Premonitions.
Bye.
It's the Purple Pants, it's the Purple Pants, it's the Purple Pants podcast. You better get your headphones and listen up quick. Woo. It's the Purple Pants podcast. You better listen in public, might make your stomach hurt. Woo. It's the Purple Pants podcast. You're trying to unwind, you better get that box wine. It's the Purple Pants podcast. You're trying to get your snack, you better hurry right back though. It's the Purple Pants, it's the Purple Pants.